Y'all love the shell necklace. So I wanted to do some more shells for you guys, but there are no more seashells by the seashore, my friends. You got to go buy them, even in the Outer Banks. So I actually bought these shells last year from this gal, and I went back to buy a few more, but I could not seem to align my hours with her open hours. But that's okay. I had enough on hand, and I'll go get some more next year. And trust me, I know I am braced for the comments. Why would you paint a shell? It's so beautiful as is. This is why. This is why. It's mine and I can. And also, I guarantee you, if you are walking along the beach and you came across one of the shells that I'm about to show you how to make, like it was just out there and it washed ashore along with a bunch of other white seashells, do you know which one you're going to grab? Yeah. Okay. I rest my case. Now, the first thing we got to do is get them clean and try to get the shiny off. And guess what? I used my first step prep, because I brought it with me to the beach and I use it for everything. And it was awesome. But if I were to do this again, I would use a bonding primer. I'm not going to lie. Like, nothing sticks to a shell. Nothing. And everything turned out great, but they do chip a little bit. So I'm just telling you that from the get-go. I did not bring my bonding primer with me, but I washed them, I sanded them, I first step prepped them, and it still wasn't enough. But let's move on from that fail. So I did bring my Miss Lillian's Onyx paint, and what I like to do is just put on a really thin coat, especially when I'm dealing with something this shiny. That did help. It only chipped off on the tips when they hit hard, you know, but just holding them and displaying them, they were fine. So let's get the first coat on, and then I'm gonna let that dry, make sure it's sticking pretty well. You know, and now that I think about it, had I actually let them cure, okay, let them sit without moving them around and around and around for the 2 weeks that you're supposed to let paint harden, they might have been just fine, but I don't do that. So there we go. So I feel like in all my videos, I have not given enough love to the chromes. Aren't they gorgeous? And chromes only need one coat, and they have just the most amazing color. I was gonna do these in multiple colors, and then I was like, why would I do that? Why would I do that? This one color is giving like 4 or 5 colors. And that's one coat, you guys. And in case you couldn't read my shaky camera, this is Aurora. So we've got teal, we've got blue, we've got purple. And the chromes work so well when there's little nooks and crannies and crevices to really highlight. That's why shells are perfect. Look at that. Oh my God, I just get so excited. Now I did decide to do a complementary color inside the shell. I just thought that would be a fun little surprise. So this is Milky Way, which shifts this amazing fuchsia and gold and purple. Now, once your wax is dried, I usually wait just a couple hours, you guys, but waiting overnight is probably, air quotes, ideal. I don't have that kind of patience. All you need to do is buff it. I actually remembered my buffing brush, but you can use a soft, dry cloth, a paper towel. Really, the only thing you need to worry about is if you see any of the wax coming off or any of it redepositing back onto your cloth, you haven't waited long enough and you're wiping off the wax. If you are buffing and everything stays clean and that wax just gets shinier and shinier and more glorious, you have waited the exact right amount of time. The best part about using the chromes is that because they are opaque, you are gonna get a pop of color at every single angle, whether or not the light is hitting it directly. These are magic. So now that you know what to do, you don't need to hear me yapping. I'm gonna put on some music and enjoy the show. I hope you try it yourself. Let me know if you do.